Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I actually have been filming in kind of different locations for the past couple days because I'm in the process of kind of remodeling where I'm going to be filming. As you can see, there is some process happening behind me. Just ignore it, it's messy. So hi guys, welcome back. And if you guys do not know who I am, well, hello, welcome to my channel. Hello, nice to meet you. It's Callie. Once I get my filming space complete, I'm going to be filming kind of a video of what I'm going to be having on this channel, since it is kind of a mishmash of things that I like. But this is going to be one of the segments that I'm going to have on this channel, and I decided that it needed to be started early. So if you guys have social media that is not YouTube, aka Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat even, you will have heard the buzz with the word censorship and YouTube recently. There's been a lot of conversation about censorship and what is censorship on a private company, and this is kind of a video that I wanted to push forward on my filming list. This series I'm going to be calling 2 cents, aka I'm going to be giving my 2 cents on any type of issues or things like that that I want to be kind of discussing or getting input on. I am not necessarily right in my viewpoints. Maybe you have an extremely different viewpoint than I do, but that is the point of this. I want to start the conversation. I want to hear comments. I want to hear viewpoints. I want to hear input. I want you guys to be able to give me topics that you guys are curious about my stance on, and then being able to educate me if you guys know better. I know politicians always get a bad rep for changing their viewpoints on stuff, and honestly, I feel like it's the best way to learn is to learn from others, say something, it might be wrong, and then learning from yourself, moving forward, all that good stuff. So that is basically what the series is going to be, but let's jump into the issue at hand right now, which is censorship. When the idea for making the series came up to me and I was kind of working on it and trying to figure out how I wanted to kind of do this, it's all about opinions. It's all opinion-based, it's all controversial topics and ideas that may not be agreed on, but it's definitely a hot commodity to talk about. I just really want to be able to share that, and YouTube doesn't seem to really be supporting these type of creators anymore. Big YouTubers like Philip DeFranco and Felix or PewDiePie or other YouTubers basically have been being kind of targeted by YouTube recently, and I don't want to say targeted loosely. I don't mean that YouTube is doing something that they shouldn't be doing in order to kind of spite YouTubers. What's really happening here is they are basically just implementing the rules that they have had stood for an instance like this to occur. So back in 2015, there was a user agreement that was made by YouTube, which basically stated that they were able to shut down any type of monetization, or basically, if you don't know what that means, basically as a YouTuber, it's the way you make money off of videos. Ads are played before your videos, and when people watch the length of the ad, you get money based off of how many views that ad has. So if your monetization gets shut down, your ad revenue gets basically declined and you do not make money. Although most small YouTubers don't really make any type of profit from this because it only ends up being about like 62 cents a month or something very minimal like that, bigger YouTubers definitely do make a revenue from this. Although sponsorships are completely separate than monetization, monetization is very important for big YouTubers. YouTubers who do not have millions of subscribers really do use the money on their videos to pay rent. And the reason why this is an issue isn't because YouTube is basically spiting certain YouTubers and trying to get their content shut down. That's not the case. But there are certain things that are specified in the YouTube agreements that really are starting to cut off the conversation. Although I do not believe that freedom of speech is really a problem here, I think that it's a company. It's a company. They're able to shut down any type of content they do not like. If I post a video looking at oranges, various oranges, and discussing which citrus smell is my favorite, and they think it's offensive, they can shut down my video and they don't have to blink twice about it. I'm not saying that it is going against their right to do this. They have every right in the world to shut down any videos they want. What I'm saying is that it's cutting off the conversation. Not only does this prohibit creators from creating freely. For the first time, YouTubers are having to start to question what content they're putting out, which may sound like a good thing in some instances. It really is going to prohibit conversation, discussion, and information from being spread. The Philip DeFranco Show is a news channel, and he puts out a lot of content with a lot of interesting discussion that takes place in the comments. I've learned a lot from the videos. I know friends of mine have learned a lot from the videos, and he really is an educator. Philip really shows multiple sides of viewpoints. He shows the different views and explains why he either agrees or disagrees with them, but regardless of his opinion, he does share both sides of the story. Even if I necessarily don't agree with his statement, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have the right to share it or the right to inform me about it. Another issue with this is educators. I know the Vlog Brothers also have had some videos shut down. This is a major issue. The Vlog Brothers are here to educate. They have a Crash Course and SciShow and these other educational channels, even the Art Assignment, where they talk about different issues. They talk about what's going on in the world, they teach, they educate. It's an educating channel. Most history teachers have their videos tabbed for classrooms. They are educators. They are being used in classrooms, and these videos could get flagged because they have a viewpoint. Maybe I don't want to vaccinate my children, and they have a video about vaccination. Is that offensive? Is it offensive once they start to talk about politics? When does that line get drawn? If they're talking about mental stigma and mental illness in a psychology video, is that an opinion if you don't believe that it's real? When does an opinion stop being an opinion and start to be offensive? Everyone has opinions. I have been told that I'm a very opinionated person, which I have had to learn to take as a compliment. I have stances. Although opinions are based on experience and knowledge and life experience, I understand. Despite this, if I am trying to find information out, whether it be about abortion, which is a touchy subject, whether it be about what dog breed to buy, these are opinions, and these opinions deserve to be said regardless of who they're offending or who they're hurting. And although they may not necessarily be good for the majority of people to watch, it's content, and this content deserves to be consumed. I understand. People always say that my generation is very, very sensitive and very touchy and very offended. I feel like as a community, we need to grow together, and we need to be able to take in content or be able to filter through content that we do not find fit for ourselves. If I'm offended by people who think that feminism is not an issue in today's world, or they believe that women should stay at home and do all the cooking, if that's the case, I'm not going to watch those videos. If I choose to want to watch those videos, I will watch them, I will consume what I have and filter out what I do not need. If I think that something's offensive, I will move on, or I will comment and say why I am not happy about this. That's why YouTube is beautiful. It opens this conversation, opens these doorways for people to be able to discuss. Another issue I have with this is that one of the things that they block is natural disasters, war-related images, or sexual content. This is an issue for me due to the fact that how are we supposed to learn? There are countless times when I have watched videos in my biology class about evolution, where I've learned about hurricanes and bombings and various wars. When does it start to be a line? It gets blurred. When do things start becoming offensive, vulgar, bad for consumption, honestly? It's hard to tell those lines. If on YouTube you search up Civil War reenactments, you will find billions of clips. But if I type in Afghanistan war video, that's not allowed. I just don't quite understand where that line lays. Another issue I have as myself being a content creator is when it starts to be an issue about vulgarness and cussing and bad language. My channel is pretty user-friendly. I try to keep it as user-friendly as I can. I try to make my videos so that kids can watch them and adults can watch them, and whoever wants to watch them can watch my videos. But the issue here is that if I'm playing a video game and I die, and I swear when I die, does that get flagged? Am I not allowed to make ad revenue off of my video because I swore? Do I need to edit out my content? Even if it's a video game that is M for mature, if I'm playing Grand Theft Auto, which not only has sexual content, violence-related content, and other content that seems to go against these guidelines, is that not okay? If a character in this video game swears, am I at fault? What you're basically saying is you are choosing which video games I can and cannot play. You are choosing what type of content I share with people and how I edit my videos, what clips I keep, and that's where I start to have an issue. The other main issue I have is the violence. They say that violence is not allowed in video games. Is hitting a sheep in Minecraft considered violence? Is killing off a sim in The Sims violence? When does the line get drawn? If I'm playing a war game like COD, is this going to be an issue because it has to do with war? What about Nazi zombies? That's technically in a war. This is where the line is starting to get blurred yet again. It's such a hard issue of who gets chosen. A lot of people are having an issue that it's specific YouTubers getting targeted. It's not. If you think that the only people who are going to survive this censorship are beauty gurus and gaming videos, you're wrong. Gaming videos get targeted from this. Beauty gurus have an issue because they can't post reviews anymore because their reviews are controversial. They're getting sent from these companies products for review. Booktubers are getting sent these books for an honest review. And the honest review can't be honest because there's an opinion in it. I'm getting a little heated. I want to be an English teacher when I grow up, so the best thing I can give you right now is a metaphor. If I loan you a book of mine and you are reading this book and you are enjoying it, you're loving it, you are gaining so much knowledge from this book, and you are just really soaking in the content from this book, you're waiting, you're hanging on to every single line and you can't put it down, and you're getting to the last chapter and the last chapter is right there and you're about to figure out everything about this book. All of the hard work you put into this book is finally about to pay off, and I snatch the book from your hand and I set it aflame. All the content you have consumed already is already consumed. I smacked that book out of your hand. I made you stop. Although you can go get your own copy and go read your own book, it's my book. I can burn it if I so choose to. It's mine. I can take it back from you. I can not let you read it. I can rip out pages from it if I so choose. This is just like YouTube. It can rip out the pages. It can make rules that we don't agree with, and that's fine. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's right. A lot of people are being targeted by this. Certain YouTubers are getting videos taken down for having certain key terms in their tags or title videos. Although I understand why YouTube would be hesitant about not flagging certain things, there are other things that just need to be said. Videos with the terms bulimia, self-harm, suicide, cutting are being flagged because of their sensitive topics. These topics are sensitive. That's why they need to be talked about. For the first time, people can go on YouTube and search self-harm, suicide prevention, suicide help, and they can find a video that could maybe save their life. People can use these YouTubers as role models to better themselves. Most YouTubers don't give a damn about the money. If your censorship is going to cost someone's lives, that's not a price that anyone should be willing to pay. A YouTuber named LL Vlogs commented on Philip DeFranco's video saying that she's only making pennies from her videos. She says, "Don't take away my pennies." I agree. Even if you're not making a significant funds off of this, it still does not mean that the censorship should be able to choose who gets the money, who does not. Philip DeFranco mentioned this in his video, that it is not a death. The videos are not even being taken down or blocked or prohibited in any type of way. The creators just aren't making money from it anymore. And although this is not an instant death for a channel, it's a slow process. For smaller YouTubers who are trying to grow in an industry that is so bizarre like this one, it's so hard to make money. It's hard to be able to sustain yourself and be able to work this. Most big time YouTubers still have part-time jobs that they work to try to pay the bills, to be able to have some spending money that they can use. A lot of YouTubers put their money back towards their channel. Crafting YouTubers spend their money at Michael's, gaming YouTubers spend their money on Steam, and political YouTubers spend money on a nice suit so they can interview people. I'm not saying that the issue here is policies. The issue here is money. I'd say about 99.9% of YouTubers make nothing off of YouTube, but that doesn't stop them from creating content. The issue is that people will choose specific videos that they want to make based on the money. If I want to grow as a YouTuber and do this as a career one day, I'm not gonna make news videos. I'm not going to make opinion-based videos on anything, whether that be books, video games, makeup, clothing, whatever that may be. You can't do it. If I'm saying what my preferred foundation routine is, or my preferred sewing technique, or my preferred fighting technique is, you're not gonna get an opinion from me, because if I'm not gonna make money off of it, why would I share my opinion? YouTuber Smosh replied to Philip DeFranco's comment and mentioned that he thought it was kind of funny that there was all this hoopla about their fake jobs and they had a good run and it was just kind of a joke. He's a comedy YouTuber. Obviously that's gonna be his response. Philip DeFranco in his video replied to this by saying, "It doesn't matter if you're making sketch videos. I'm making news videos that have a conversation around it and have topics that are controversial, and I'm being censored while you're out there making comedy videos." Although I agree with Philip DeFranco on that standpoint, there's another issue I have. The issue is the idea that this is a fake job anyways. And although most people don't do this for a job, it's more of a hobby for most people. Heck, it's a hobby for me. I know people make fun of me a lot for making YouTube videos, but I do it because I gain joy from it, and I enjoy editing, I enjoy filming, I enjoy the support and love that comes from YouTube. But the issue is him saying that it was a good run and this is a fake job anyways. YouTube is its own breed of content. There's nothing else like this. There are no other jobs that are quite like this. You have your own support system of fans, sub-communities, of other social media platforms that are supporting you, brand deals, people just rallying around a certain YouTuber, or going to events, or going to VidCon and meeting your favorite YouTubers and waiting in line. It's a community. Everyone can find a home on YouTube, and the fact that certain people are being censored in their safe space is where I'm starting to have issues. So that is just my 2 cents on the matter. Honestly, I would love to hear what you guys have to think about this, whether you be a content creator, if you're a content consumer, or if you honestly think that YouTube has every right to be censoring these videos. It's a safer place. Please comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear you guys' viewpoints on this. Please comment down below. I will reply to all of the comments. I'm really excited to hear about what you guys have to say, even if it's that you agree with me or you don't agree with me. I'm gonna leave some resources down below that talk about censorship and private companies and basically what rights they have to be able to get rid of stuff like this. So if you guys want to do a little bit more research on your own, please feel free. I'd love to hear your opinions and how they're based on this. Or if you think that I'm out of my mind for thinking that people shouldn't be censored, please let me know. I understand that a lot of these topics that are being censored are very, very, very sensitive. So I would love to hear what you guys' thoughts on this are. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is very different, but there are going to be a lot more videos like this in the future. Yet again, if you guys have any topics that you would like to hear me kind of rant about. I guess this is a rant. Is this an opinion? Oh no. Comment down below if you guys have any topics that you guys would like me to discuss in these. I'm kind of making a rough list. I'm gonna be mainly talking about like current issues or what's going on in my life and be able to basically hear input so that it's relevant to kind of the conversation that's going on in the world. Please go subscribe to Philip DeFranco if you guys have not already. He is a great creator and he has shed great light on this subject, and basically he's not backing down from this, which is the main thing here. A lot of people are afraid to talk about this because they're afraid they're gonna lose their pocket change. But honestly, I would love to hear what you guys think about this or what your opinions are. What do you guys think? Do you think that the rules need to be more specific so that people know what they can and cannot make? Or do you think that YouTube has every single right to be able to do this type of stuff? Vague rules be damned. This is a business. Please comment down below and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.